let me just say this. I don't know if this is real or not.
Okay.
I can't confirm this is real at all. But
Which is always shows you the state of the world. When we can't tell, it just shows you how bad we're at. When we have Reese's toothpaste, that's where we're at.
Yeah, we have Reese's toothpaste. We have fried chicken toothpaste. And now apparently we have Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat apparently being trans here.
Well, that'll help Mortal Kombat sales. All right, let's hear it.
Like I said, I don't know if this is accurate. I cannot confirm this, but we're just going to talk about this as friends talking about this over here. Mortal Kombat creator Ed Boon confirms character Quan Chi has been transgender all along. So yeah, I personally headcanon him as Trans Mask, Boon explains. John and I created him with the intention for him falling somewhere under the trans umbrella. This is sourced as Game Informer over here. So this, by the way, is Quan Chi, the evil demon that is. And I don't know if I should be sad or if I should talk about retconning your entire setup, your entire story if you make Quan Chi trans, but this is apparently a trans character here, apparently, according to this. So, Phoenix, your thoughts on Quan Chi being trans mask?
Well, I always knew, Craig. I'll tell you that. I always had a feeling, a sneaking suspicion. No, I mean, if this is true, and that's a big if, right? If this is true, I from my understanding, like Mortal Kombat, the past game or two has not been going so well. So this is certainly going to help with sales, I'm sure. And it goes back to the same question we've been asking forever. Why does this even matter? Why does anyone give a shit? These are immortal fighters fighting each other and fatalitying each other. There's flames that come out of their hands. Why do we care what their sexual orientation is or how they dress behind the scenes? I just don't understand why anyone would even give a shit, personally.
Now, there have been no credible sources to this.
Yes.
They said it was tagged as Game Informer, but there's been no statement from either Ed Boon or Game Informer about this, right? And the idea is that this has been designed to provoke reactions from gaming woke culture, right? And that's the idea. And then, if that's the case, fucking great, right? With that said, I think that you said it best. What does all this shit matter? And let's just say that was the case. My thought on this was really simple, right? Nothing about this made a whole lot of sense to me when it came to the timing of this. Let's just say hypothetically, this was the case. And Ed Boon did say Quan Chi was trans mask. And according to this original thing, John Tobias and I created him with the intention of him falling somewhere under the trans umbrella, which is, once again, I do think this is bullshit, personally.
Most likely.
And the reason of this is because the timing doesn't make sense on this at all, okay? Quan Chi, the first time you met Quan Chi was in Mortal Kombat 4. When was Mortal Kombat 4 released? Phoenix, any idea on that?
Oh God, that's like 2002.
Keep going.
2005?
Can I say it?
Go back. Yes, Blabs.
1997.
Correct. 1997. Really? Okay. So let's just say hypothetically, Ed Boon and John Tobias in 1997, when they were developing this character out, were like, you know something? I really think we need some trans mask representation here. That's total fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because transgender awareness was not top of mind in pop culture, especially not gaming, in 1997. The term transgender was coined in 1965. Yeah, that's fine. But trans mask was not a thing until much later. And Google Trends data shows transgender searches were near zero until 2011. So exploding post 2014, right? So this doesn't make sense at all. So
And
Yeah, go ahead.
trans masks in particular is not actually transgender. It's one of those many things of from the Tumblr era where they created like non-binary is the most like famous one there, but there is also like a demisexual, demi-fluid, gender fluid, and various weird combinations that they would just make up. And trans mask basically just means that it's a woman that's more masculine. A borderline. It's like a weird mix between like gender fluid and a non-binary. It's not actually being trans, but it's a very specific wording that they're using for trans mask in particular. It's just that just kind of seems weird to me, in
Of
my personal
course.
opinion.
Yeah. Nothing about this screams accuracy at all.
But it
But we,
shows you the signs of the times that we have to sit and ponder it, even though for a second. Like that's what just shows you the signs of the time. Like that could have been, who the hell knows.
right. 100%.
But I still laugh. I still laugh at this stuff because it's kind of like if it was just like reading the backstory of a character's like trained in the monk wars of whatever and and got the sword from this demon guy and then blah 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 and also hates cilantro. Like it's just who gives a shit? Like it's the same kind of just okay, and he likes to dress in ladies' clothing when no one's looking. Why are we? Who gives a shit? Why is this in the story? I don't understand.
But like I think it's total bullshit. But I guess this does. Let's just say hypothetically. Once again, it is. Let's just say hypothetically, it is true. Okay. So if you perform a fatality on Quan Chi, are you transphobic?
That is correct. Bigot.
I equate this stuff to like Dead by Daylight, where they have all the trans flags on the posts where you die. It's like the same exact shit. Right? If you play Dead by Daylight, you'll know what I'm talking about. They literally have all these LGBTQ flags and BLM pride stuff. And then they also have like the character that supposedly was voiced by a trans person. And it's like the absolute ugliest thing you could ever see in your life. It's like, huh. All right. Weird.
I mean, we could maybe say that like when you perform fatality and like rip their guts out, that's like a trans surgery, you know. And not to mention, I mean, he's just as passing as of the regular trans too, and he's evil demon. I'm just saying that there seems to be a lot of things they have in common.
I feel sorry for Ed Boon, honestly, in a situation like this, because people post this, they tag, and then everyone wants to go to him and be like, "Is this real Ed Boon?" And then it puts him in a shitty situation where, look, Mortal Kombat, the most recent one, did not perform very well, right? And I think a lot of it is because there was some cultural stuff in it, and people just decided to turn off. They didn't want to buy. But it forces him to make some sort of statement in this, because now what you're going to see is people like this post is probably doing more harm to Mortal Kombat than it is good. For this guy making 20 Twitter dollars for posting about it, like people will not buy Mortal Kombat because of the misinformation that this guy has posted about this. And you know, like you wonder if a statement like this, let's just say it is not true, which I don't think it is, and just the timeline on it doesn't make sense. Could you hypothetically, in such a blatant lie like that, where they say it's sourced, could Ed Boon hypothetically come after this motherfucker in NetherRealm?
Potentially, but then obviously face the ramifications of why he's going after this hurtful post. You know,
so hurtful.
Yeah, let's play PR game, Craig. How would you get out of this? Let's say it's totally untrue. You're him. Yeah. This statement comes. Let's have some PR fun. What do you do?
As I would say, you know what I would say? Someone's sexuality and fetish has no bearing on how they want to conquer the world, or maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe or how maybe someone's sexual preferences and or sexual fetishes have no bearing on them wanting to perform a fatality on Scorpion. I would do something tongue in cheek like that, or something like that. But
yeah,
but like,
I think that
but what's the point of even responding to that nonsense? It's so
probably best to say nothing.